good.
go. What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here of Chillin' with Kenny C, right here on TMVCafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. My next guest, originally from Kansas, residing in Georgia. Dude's been making waves, doing his thing. He's got his latest project out right now called It's About Time. Hence the name is About Time. And we're going to talk about this project and talk about everything else he's got going on. And it's for showtime. He's with me
Yeah,
right now. What's good, man?
that's good, man. Oh, and by the way, I reside in Florida. I grew up in Georgia, but I
Okay.
reside in Florida. But yeah, everything is all good though, man. Like you said, man. The EP's out. It's about time. A lot of people is liking the tracks on there, and I'm actually planning on doing music videos to each one of those tracks. So I'm excited about it, man.
Yeah, so again, man, I appreciate having you on. So talk about this project, man. It's about time. It feels like this has been a while as far as you working on this project, getting it out, man. How did it feel just working on this project and now having it released for the public?
Well, I labeled it "It's About Time" because it's not about like, oh, it's about time that the EP is out. It's more as in it's about time of basically what's about to happen next. It's like, oh, this EP dropped, but soon this is going to happen. The music, the consistent music videos are going to happen. The consistent shows are going to happen. A lot of things are going to start happening after the EP. So the people who are wondering like, yo, when are we going to see a show from you or more new music videos? That's why I labeled it It's About Time, because it's about that time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Go check it out. It's been out since June of this year.
Yeah, on all
And
platforms.
it is on all the platforms right now for
Yep,
Showtime. And that's
for Showtime.
FA apostrophe show minus the W time.
Yes.
So go check it out. So I've heard some of the tracks already. Definitely digging the track, digging this whole project. No one
Appreciate it.
cares. Work harder, man. I'm loving
Yes, yes,
opening
yes,
track because you know
yes.
when it comes to these projects, whether it's the full length album or an EP, you gotta have that opening track that's gonna set the tone.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
talk
So
about this
and that's and
opening
that's
track.
and that's the reason why I because the second track is called Just Getting Started, and I almost was going to make that the opening track, but No One Cares Work Harder just seemed like, the introductory chant, the it's for showtime, and then the beat just dropped, and then you hear the go. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, this is the first track right here because you got that feel, you know what I mean? So after hearing that, like after 5 seconds of that, you're like, okay, something is about to happen here. And then I just start going in, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's why I made that song the first track on there, because at the end of the day, I wanted to start off by saying something real, because like a lot of people are complaining that friends are not helping them or supporting them or this and that, family members or anyone they feel like they should feel like, help them. But, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, no one cares. Just work harder. You know what I mean? You're going to get to where you need to get to if you stay consistent. If you keep grinding, just stay consistent, keep grinding, do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, if you're doing all that and you got the passion for it, you are going to go and reach the destination that you always dreamed of being at.
Yeah, it definitely feels like you gotta have that mindset,
For
especially
real.
if you're an independent artist.
Right. Exactly.
No
Especially as
label.
an independent artist.
Yeah, independent artist, it hits different because you ain't got
Hmm.
that big label. You ain't got no big cosigns. It's all you. It's all
It's
coming
all, yeah,
from you.
exactly.
So
And one thing I want to add to that, as an independent artist, a lot of independent artists feel like, oh, I'm about to announce this, that about to drop, and you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, like no one really knows who you are because you're still building, you know, your name up. So that's another reason I named it like that. It's like, bro, no one cares. Just keep working harder until you a household name, until you out there, until people really know who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well said, man. So you do have a feature on this record with Hook Gods, track
Right.
3. The
Tracker,
world
yep.
owes you
The
nothing.
world owes you nothing. Yep.
That seems like self-explanatory. But talk about
Yeah.
collaborating with Hook Gods for this track.
Well, I met him through online. You know, he likes a lot of my tracks, and then you know, like he already actually made the hook. The hook was actually supposed to be for something else, but then I put my lyrics around it and sent it to him and be like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And he was just like, "Bro, this is it right here. I love it." So you know, we did a little more tweaking to the song and mixed my vocals up with his vocals, and it came out extremely good. Actually, that song I wasn't even going to put that on the EP, but I got a lot of positive feedback on that song because it's actually real talk. Like the world really owes you nothing, and there's a lot of people who really think the world owes them explanation when the world owes you not a damn thing. You know what I mean?
Well said, man. So you mentioned earlier at the interview, you said you about to work on some music videos
Right,
for for the songs that's on this project. So
right.
with that being said, which song is going to get the first visual treatment?
What's crazy is that my mind is on No One Cares Work Harder, but surprisingly, a lot of people like track number 4, you know what I mean, which is got that thing, you know what I mean, make you fall in love. I guess because it's that track right there is more smooth. It's something different. They're not used to, you know, me rapping on a smooth beat, although I am kind of doing my rapid flows on it, but it's not as fast as, you know, No One Cares Work Harder and Just Getting Started. But I think a lot of people probably relate to the song because that's what a lot of people do. You know what I mean? If you listen to that track. And I'm thinking about probably making that one my first one, but I'm actually going to make No One Care Work Harder and Got That Thing. So it's going to be one of those two. That's going to be the first official music video that I'm going to drop on YouTube very soon.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely digging this whole project. So I'm very, you know, it's one thing like you be in the studio, you work on these tracks, and it's like getting that visual treatment, man, just elevates these songs even more.
Exactly. Yep.
So you may makes that vision comes to reality. It's just a matter of getting that director that sees the same vision that you do.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's so you are definitely known for the rapid for the flow,
For the
speed,
flow. Right.
you know, and obviously I see that um, you know, writing stories as a kid, which
Mm-hmm.
led to writing raps, you know, being influenced by fellow fast-paced flows artists
Mm-hmm.
like Twister,
Twister. Yep.
Bone Thugs and Harmony that were
Don't
more
yep.
quote unquote
Tech Nine.
harmony.
All of.
Tech
Yep. That's the
Nine, all of
Owens
them.
album. Mm-hmm.
And you know, hip hop just celebrated its 50th anniversary last
Yes,
month.
it did. Right.
And that flow has been quite the theme has been by a lot of big name artists. They've not necessarily known for that flow, but took a shot at it per se. And I've always wondered, as a hip hop head, as a listener, like like you having a vocal, you know, exercise for that. For that, I'll be wondering
Right.
what's the whole process you go through, like preparing to be in the studio, knowing that you're about to go through this fast paced flow. Like how do you and your vocals handle all that, man? That's what I want to know.
First and foremost, I always before I write music, I always come with the rhythm and the flow in my head before the words, because if I come with the words, it'll get all jumbled up and I will lose breath because words are coming too scattering. You know what I'm saying? So like I come with a flow, like I'll be like dun 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 dun. And I'm like, okay, I could do that. I could my lungs will be able to handle that. And I just turn it into words. So it's kind of like every rhythm that it's that comes out of my mouth, it's like actual words. So it's everything is like, like on rhythm. It's like literally on beats. So it's actually quite challenging. For me, it's been I'm used to it now, but I still would say it's really challenging because my colleagues, my peers, my other artists, that I work with, they took a shot at it and realized, oh, this is not as easy as you make it seem, bro. Like it's really not easy. You make it look easy, and trust me, it's not easy. It took a lot of consistency. It took a lot of, it took years and years of practice. And sometimes it takes me, when I'm making a song that I'm actually really rapping fast on, it actually takes me hours sometimes because I gotta like really like make sure because I'm big on enunciation as well. So I make sure I want to enunciate every single word perfectly, say it on rhythm perfectly. Sometimes it takes me like 20 times just to record it perfectly. So it's quite challenging, but I do my thing. Oh, and before I record, I do not drink cold water. I it always got to be warm or temperature water because that would mess up the vocal cords when you're
Yeah.
recording. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Singer, rapper, I don't care who you are. Like
Right.
you better your vocals better be where it needs to be. You better
Oh,
be.
definitely,
So,
definitely, bro.
it's just imagine spending constant hours in the studio, producer listening to your voice and playing it back like, did you
Hmm.
do something last night or something? What happened to
Hmm.
your voice?
Hmm.
You was- you sounded real normal when we was on the phone talking, and then
Right.
here you are in the studio wasting my time. Like I've,
Facts.
I've been around musicians, I've been around producers. I'm not an artist myself. I'm just a podcaster, but I just
Hmm.
understand like for as a fan, like you listen to these artists, you buy their music, like if this final cut, it better be like exactly how you envision it. So
Right.
uh so
Exactly.
but mentioning Bone Thugs, first things first, get well soon, Crazy Bone, um
No, is it Crazy Bone or Lazy
yeah,
Bone?
crazy,
It's
Crazy
Crazy
Bone.
Bone. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy Bone. All right.
So get well soon, Crazy Bone.
What's actually happening? I've seen that, but I didn't really read on like did he fall sick or
Yeah. It,
okay.
I don't have the actual like diagnosis at the top of my head, but it looked pretty bad. From what I've read.
No,
So
no, come
um,
on, pull
so
through,
go
man.
through
I'm
crazy.
yeah, I'm gonna be praying for him,
Yeah,
man, because
I've
I love
seen
Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's
yeah,
actually my next to Outkast. That's probably my favorite group of all time, man. Like Bone Thugs and Harmony. I learned so much from that group, man. Like there's not even another group out there like them.
no.
Like I don't know, man. That's my favorite group of all
They
time, bro.
made it cool to harmonize
To
while you
harmonize,
rapping.
I feel like they're the first one to harmonize while doing the rap. It's like a
Yeah,
rapid harmonizing rhythm with the
yeah,
how they're doing everything. So
yeah.
yeah, I think that's pretty dope.
And I am a former Ohio resident. Of course, I live in Kentucky now, but I lived
Oh,
in
you
Ohio.
you a LeBron fan, aren't you?
No, no. I mean,
Ah!
I mean, I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't hate LeBron. I just don't go overboard with him as far as oh he's the GOAT. I don't go overboard. I grew up as a Pistons fan. Like I
Oh,
even I know that Jordan is the GOAT. Bron,
right, right.
to me, he's number two. He's always gonna be number two, and that's okay. That's not the worst thing in the world
You
to
don't think
be.
you don't think Kobe's number two?
I mean, Kobe. I think this it's the skill set. Obviously, it's the skill
Okay,
set.
yeah, yeah. Kobe definitely got that
And
skill set.
Kobe and Mike, I think what made people drawn Kobe because he's the closest to Mike we ever gonna see. Killer instinct, not afraid to take the game winning shot.
Mm.
Just gives it his all.
But
I mean,
LeBron doesn't have. But LeBron doesn't have that killer instinct to you.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
LeBron. I mean, he's a playmaker. His skill set is different. Like
Hmm.
even with him being the all-time leading scorer, which is incredible within itself,
Very,
having the
very incredible.
longevity
Yeah.
to pull that off, he's still looked at as a playmaker to critics and fans and things like
Right.
that.
A
And
lot of people are comparing him more to a Magic Johnson than a Michael
yeah,
Jordan. You know what
he's
I mean?
more
So,
of a Magic than Mike as far as
right.
his skill set, and that's
Right.
not a bad comparison at all. Like
Oh, not at all.
that's
Magic Johnson is top
yeah,
10 in my book.
yeah, top 10 overall, and you could say he's the
Mm-hmm.
best point guard of all time.
Facts. I
So
agree with that.
yeah, but yeah, man, for Showtime, it's my
Yeah.
guest. Check out the project. It's about time.
About
Available
time.
on all the streaming platforms. And he's got music videos coming soon for some of the
Yes.
tracks. So go walk with this dude. Go vibe with him. It's been a lot of fun having this conversation with you and having you on the show. I rock with you, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
You have such an incredible talent, skill, passion, drive, determination, and I'm just glad that I linked up with you. And shout out to Tyler as well,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out to Tyler, man, for
Yeah,
setting this thing up, man. Appreciate
yeah.
you, bro.
So shout out to him, man. But check him out on all the social medias, man. Let people know where can people find you.
Um, I'm everywhere, but mainly I'm on Instagram. The handle is at its for Showtime, FASHOTIME, no apostrophe. But once you type it's for shows, it's gonna pop up. And I'm on TikTok. You can type in for Showtime. Twitter for Showtime. YouTube for Showtime. You could Google for Showtime. I will pop up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why I love my name, because the name, no one has that name. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure.
type in for Showtime and you'll find me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And oh, one more thing. Definitely want to get to some serious stuff. I see that you're also known for spreading the word on sickle cell awareness.
Right.
That's something that's very, very important to you.
Yes.
So talk about that, man. Talk about the sickle cell awareness and what makes it important for people to know.
I feel like people should know a lot more about sickle cell, because it's 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 a horrible disease that a lot of people are suffering through. Um, my son, who recently had it, recently got cured from it. You know what I mean? He just got cured last year from it. And sickle cell is actually known to be not curable. There is really no cure unless you get a perfect match of this thing called bone marrow transplant. And luckily, my son, he got the bone marrow transplant. He was a perfect match with his brother, so that's how he got cured. And I feel like I was blessed, to have the opportunity of him getting cured, because there are millions and thousands of warriors out there who are not cured, and they're in the hospital bed, about to miss Thanksgiving, Christmas, and everything, suffering through this horrible disease. And to quickly explain what sickle cell is basically like a blood disorder where it's like um, regular people who are AA, they have round blood shapes that flows through your body. People with the traits, that's AS, they have regular blood shapes too, but they have little seed looking shapes that's flowing in, which is the sickle cell. And then there's SS, people with full blown sickle cell that has nothing but that seed looking sickle shape flowing through their bloodstreams. And with that sickle shape flowing through your bloodstream, is basically like, while it's flowing, it clogs up together, and the area that is clogged up the most it basically piles up and swell up wherever that area is at, and it's excruciating pain. You know what I mean? Like, the pain is so so real that a warrior actually told me it's like literally getting hit by a train. It's like you literally get hit by a train and you surviving through it. So there's a lot of people who passed away from it. There's a lot of people who are suffering through it. And I feel like, no one really talks about it a lot because majority of African American has this disease. So I feel like, that's probably why it's not mentioned as much as cancer and leukemia and everything like that. So that's why I am stepping forward to bring awareness to sickle cell so people can know, like, yo, there's people out there who are suffering, out there who are, I see my son suffering. One day he said, Daddy, this hurts. This really hurts. And that actually, made me emotional. I felt like I had to do something about it. So that's why I made a song called Locked Behind the Sickle Cell. And it is, a lot of people was loving it, and people was like, yo, you need to start representing and make more songs for us and advocating for us. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Shout out to the people suffering through sickle cell.
Shout out to everyone. And shout out to everyone that's still fighting it. Shout out to everyone that's survived it. Just know that we're with you, and we're thinking of you, and
exactly.
we're sending you good thoughts and prayers for recovery, for fighting through and overcoming it.
Exactly.
Something that you definitely should not take for granted. Something's wrong.
Exactly.
So go get it looked at. Go to a doctor. Do what you got to do, and get what you need to beat this, because it's very, very severe. It's very, very dangerous, and
right.
But man, check out For Showtime. New record. It's About Time. It's available on all the streaming platforms right now. Go check it out. Follow him on Instagram at It's For Showtime. That's minus the W. It's
right.
For Showtime.
It's For Showtime
on Instagram. So thank you, man, for
appreciate
being on the show.
Man.
Thank you for the feel. Thank you for the excitement of this project, and thank you also for your encouraging words towards sickle cell awareness.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that a lot. Real talk.
So you enjoy your evening, you enjoy your weekend. Thanks again, brother.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me on the show, man.
All right, you have a good night.
All right, you too, bro.
All right, peace.
Peace out.